Hello, everybody. My name is Todd Hershey, and I'm here with Henry Clemmons today from the Tendril Apothecary up in Sandpoint, Idaho. And today we're going to have a whole lot of fun with Henry, showing you what we're going to be doing up in Sandpoint next week. Henry, you want to say hi to the crowd?
Hey everybody, I'm excited to go through this together. Let's do it.
Okay, you're on. All right, now a reading at Tendril is going to be different than most readings you'll ever receive in your life, and there's a couple of reasons for that. First, we're using a regular playing deck of cards: spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds. That's not what most people read with. Most people read with tarot. We're not going to go down that route. Not only are we going to do different kinds of cards, what we're going to be doing is we're doing different kinds of readings. For most people, a reading is about what's going to happen in my future. And whereas that's really nice, that doesn't really get into the depth that we like to get into in our readings. The readings that we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at what's happening, why is something happening, and what you can do about it. In order to do that, we start with a couple simple ideas. That is that first, the future's never set. It works on two principles. One is free will, the other is destiny. And to show you what I mean by that, if I was to hold these cards out above my desk and let them go, Henry, what do you think they would hit?
Um, the desk,
Right. What
ah,
happened?
the destiny changed.
Yeah, exactly. So you can ask what's going to happen or how do I create something to happen? What we look at, how we look at it is going to be up to you. That's the first thing. Second thing, these are real readings. These are not spa readings. Readings that you get in these highfalutin places where they're not allowed to say anything that's going to upset you. This is going to be a real reading with real information. And the last thing that we tell people is if you hear something you like, or excuse me, something you do not like, if you hear something you like, please let us know. But if you hear something you do not like, please remember rule number one, which says what? You can change things. Okay, so Henry and I talked before this, and Henry would like to look at his work and increasing his work. Now, what we do is we generally lay out a 10 card spread for something like that, but before we even do that, I'm going to do basically what's known as a significator spread for Henry. And that's just basically three cards to let me know what the lay of the land is. Okay? And the first three cards I get, I'm not going to tell you what the cards are because to me that's always kind of annoying. Just like when somebody tells me something trines a square that I have no idea what any of that stuff means. I just want to know the good stuff, like it's going to be good or it's going to be bad or the other things. What it's going to be for Henry is it's going to be about offerings, taking a leap of faith in hard times. And when we put these cards together, what it talks about here is Henry. It says that right now you have to be very concrete with regards to what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. It says that you have a lot to offer people. Second card, take a leap of faith, meaning spiritually add to your inventory of things and repertoires that you can do. Last card, four of spades, hard times, negative times, depression, heaviness, and everything else. And believe it or not, this is actually a good reading for Henry. Why? Because if you're sore, the guy that's selling you liniment is going to be rich. If you're hungry, the guy that's selling cheesesteaks is going to get rich. In hard times, Henry, what do you sell at Tendril?
Health, really.
Yeah, Tendril has some of the best herbology that you could ever imagine. The herbology section in Tendril is second to none, and I've been a lot of places in the country. Not only do they have that, they have the salt, the salt enclosures. They have steamers. Henry, what else do you have down there at
So we
Tendril?
have hyperbaric chamber, float tank, infrared sauna, PEMF, all
Mm-hmm.
sorts of various therapeutic
Right.
methodologies.
And for Henry, what he's going to be needing to do is he's going to be needing to offer a new way of doing things that people have not heard of, tried, or responded to. One time I had a horrible cold and I went into the salt rooms and I swear to God the next day my chest was completely clear. Okay? It was amazing. And I know for a lot of you it's going to be the cold and flu season, which means what? Colds, congestion, misery. Okay? If you guys get sinus headaches like I do, it's miserable. So, Henry, what it talks about in this reading is you have a lot to offer that the mainstream people don't necessarily get to. And it's a combination of things. It's not just one or the other, it's a combination. It's like I often say you can't make beef stew with one ingredient. You can't have a healthy life by doing just one thing. It's diet, it's exercise, it's how you feel, what you do. And Henry, the basic start of your reading, we would look at what you have to offer in a new and different way as things become harder. And it says that things are going to get harder, whether that's going to be for the coming months because it's going to be winter, or it's just going to be harder in general. There's going to be a lot of people, unfortunately, that are going to be struggling. The next couple of months don't look necessarily that great, and 2024 doesn't look that great financially for a lot of people. And some of these alternative methods can be just life-saving for people, considering what it costs to go to a doctor and have certain things prescribed to you. That doesn't mean you shouldn't go. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. I am saying go to the doctor. And I'm saying supplement with this thing, because it's saying in hard times, you have the ability, Henry, to offer new and different alternatives to the classical medicine route. Okay? All right, let's get into your reading. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Henry is looking to grow and expand his business. You want to start with physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual? Where do you want to start first?
Let's start with spiritual.
Time and energy. Clone yourself. Get an assistant. It's saying you don't have enough time to be a husband, somebody who looks after kids, looks after a shop, and does everything else at the same time.
Ain't that the truth?
It's also saying get your wife involved. It says that between the two of you, it says that you form a better partnership and a more of a dynamic team than you do alone. A lot of times, I hate to say this and to be this general, but a lot of times people will just say, I'm going to take the responsibility on my shoulders. I'm going to bear all the brunt of all the burden. Okay. I'm going to be quote unquote a real man or a real woman or a real person. And guess what that does? It doesn't work. It's horrible. If you can get help, get help. It says that the kind of stuff that's going to be going on this winter is going to be really a nasty cold and flu season. Okay. A lot of rain, a lot of wet, a lot of stuff growing up and molds and everything else. So it's about time and energy. The best thing I can say to you is you need to get a journal. You need to get an assistant. You need to get hyper organized. Why? Because in the house of mental, it says that you can manifest anything that you want to. Anything. You can go as big as you want to. If you want 300 tendrils across the United States, you could do that. If you want one tendril, you could do that. It says you could manifest as much as you want. The only thing that's going to keep you back is, guess what?
Time.
Yeah, is you, because you did not organize things and delegate things in a way that should be delegated. Okay? And when we work and we work and we work and we work and we work, what happens to us?
Spread too thin, exhausted, burned out.
Teaspoon of mayonnaise on 55 sandwiches ain't going to work. Okay? Emotionally, take control. It says you are the boss and you have control with your wife, Laura, who is an absolutely lovely lady. And she's the apothecary guru down there. She's the herb lady, and she does a lot of homegrown stuff, and it's just phenomenally good. But what it's going to say is that you're going to have to take charge. How much you want to manifest is going to depend upon how much you and Laura can do together. Not just how much you can do, but how much the two of you can do. So if you get, 65 new shops, what does that mean for her? How much does that increase her workload? Is that even plausible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last one. In the house of physical, I got a very negative card, and this is one of the differences in our readings. When you get something negative, negatives don't necessarily have to be bad. Okay? I'm sweating. It's not necessarily bad. I'm working out. So sweat is what? Sweat is a good thing. It's just one of those things. I'm a little bit scared. Yes, you're a little bit scared because you're going to propose to somebody tonight and ask them to be with you for the rest of your life. If you're not a little bit scared around that, well, you may want to think twice about asking that person. It denotes the idea that things are going to be very, very, very difficult. And that's not necessarily bad, because in difficult times you find out who your friends are and the relationships, and you can build new and better relationships. It's saying that right now it's about finding relationships and creating relationships. Times are going to be very, very difficult, but you have the power and authority to rise up and to control the situation. The question is, how much do you want to manifest in this situation? Okay? When you know it's going to be raining a lot, the question is, how many umbrellas do you want to order? It's literally saying that. And the person that you're going to have to get to and be most responsive to is guess who?
Me?
No, try again.
Laura?
Yeah, why? Because you are a co-owner. You are not the owner. If you try and say, I'm in control, you might have a little bit of a mutiny on your hands, and that would not be a good idea. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's all about time and energy. Time and energy means that you can manifest anything you want to. It says that you will be in control in a very bad situation, or a situation is going to get very bad or very, very, very tough. And actually, that's a very good thing for your business because your business is about what? Health and healing.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's about finding relationships, and creating all kinds of new and different situations. Again, folks, if you've never tried alternative medicine, Chinese herbs, the salt, the electrostimulation, as far as like the acupuncture and the things that they do down there, everything is not going to be for everybody. But when you find your thing, my God, it's like your eyes open, the clog comes out of your ear, and you can hear again. And I can't tell you how incredible that is. Okay. For those of you who are thinking, yeah, but that's ridiculous and what, just try it once. Give it a shot. See what happens. Okay? It's not going to kill you, but it might heal you. And in that case, you should really go for it. All right. So, Henry, you want to know about your business? One of the things that it talks about here is that you need to hire more people. You're going to need to manifest more people. Okay? Going into the future. Okay? Should you hire those people? No. Should they be under Laura? Yes. Would they need to be tech sufficient and tech savvy? Yes. Now you have something that's really interesting because you've got a Jack, Queen, King, Ace of Diamonds. And I know to some of you, you might laugh at this, and that's okay. But that's what's known as a starion, okay? And what it represents is that you will be selfless. And by being selfless, you're going to get back a lot from the universe. The universe is going to support your selflessness. Are you doing this so that you can be rich and live in a 60,000 square foot house and have a 150-foot yacht in the Med?
No, I'm doing this because this is my purpose.
Exactly. And why does Laura do what she does?
It's who she is.
Yeah, it's who you guys are. And because of that, the universe is going to respond back. If you do something for money, you'll earn it one way or another. That I promise you. And what this talks about here is that this talks about this opportunity for you guys to find like-minded people and individuals that can help both of you. Now, you're going to need some people to help you with, Tasha says, Laura would be good with regards to people working at the shop, her hiring people at the shop, and making sure that the flow of the shop, the flow of the people, and everything else jives.
Yeah.
You're going to be better at hiring like accountants and different, people to come in, people such as myself, and that type of thing. That would be probably your thing. And what it talks about here is in hard times, take a leap of faith. It says you have the ability to bring in really good people that can manifest all kinds of things because they have the same mindset as you and as Laura. And because of that, you're going to have to basically split up your time and energy between actually running the shop and also bringing people in and expanding things. And the reason why that's going to be the case is because you can manifest all kinds of new possibilities. The only thing that you have to be careful of a little bit is that the people have the same kind of heart that you do. And for people that want to experience some heart and different things, Henry and I are going to be doing a Sage seminar the next weekend. And Saturday at 2 o'clock, we're going to go live. And when we go live, it's going to be a free half hour of the seminar for anybody who wants to tune in. We know a lot of people don't have the resources right now, and we want to support our friends, our family, our clients, and we also want to support the community of Sandpoint and beyond. So we're going to do a complimentary half hour, and we're going to be doing some really fun and really cool stuff with regards to meditation, energy work, and stuff like that. So, Henry, it talks about you manifesting some people and doing some really good things because why? You're going to have to. Because in the rain, you open the umbrella, okay? And it's going to be kind of wet out there, and it says that this is the time to open up your umbrella, expand it out, and get more people under it, okay? And make relationships, okay?
Great.
Do you have any questions on anything that I've said?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, this reading was very, very quick. Okay. And a normal reading takes about a half hour. We can look at a bunch of different things. What I usually say to somebody is if you've got a bunch of questions, come on in. You're welcome to do a half hour or an hour reading. Right now, we're doing a very special thing with regards to our reading. We're doing them, I think it's what, 25% off or something like that.
Yeah.
Henry is being gracious and helping me defer some of the costs. So we're doing readings at a heavily discounted amount for those of you who would like to come in. We're going to do half hour readings, and Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to be doing a Sage seminar. And Sage is a self improvement and intuitive growth seminar. So if you've ever felt like you've had any abilities intuitively, or you would like to see your life better physically with regards to your health, emotionally with regards to your relationships, as with Henry in his career and being more successful, or just spiritual growth, if you want to know what your real purpose in life is, then come on down. We'd love to have you join us. Again, that's also discounted. Normally, that's going to be $500 for the 3 days. Normally, it's around $1,500, and we're doing a beta test, which means we're going to be doing it via Zoom. So if you can't come in, we'd be happy to bring you in on a Zoom call, and you can do the class from your living room, which I know a lot of people actually kind of enjoy anyway. All right, Henry, anything else?
You'll also be speaking at the Sandpoint Library at 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're actually going to be doing readings, and we're going to be showing you how you can do readings, and we're going to be showing you how the energy works, why it works, and what you can do with upcoming events, and where all of this is going to in 2024. All right, Henry, I'd like to thank you for your time. I appreciate you being my host, my friend, and you sitting here on this call with me. Okay?
Hey, I appreciate it, and actually, even though this reading was very short, it really helped to clarify a lot of things. So that's fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, cool, great. Thank you all for listening. We hope to see you in Sandpoint. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.